So I'm seeing us start with the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Swords. And with the Eight of Cups, it's about exploring something, like even exploring what feels like is next for us. Like these stairs feel like walking into whatever unknown thing this is. But I'm seeing the Nine of Swords, so this can be bringing up a lot of fears for you. It's generally what Nine of Swords is connected with. And you may feel a little stuck there right now, almost like you can't get out of your head. Like, see how this person's just sort of seems like they're suspended a little bit right now. We have the Queen of Wands coming out. This has definitely been such a theme. Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Earnestly expressing how we feel. Honestly expressing how we feel. And seeing where that takes us. Yeah, I'm seeing your guides be like, just go for it. Go for it, do it. Energetically, what I'm feeling from this Eight of Cups is that it almost feels like this is a bit daunting. It's like you know that you're being called. So I almost feel like you received the assignment. It's just about doing it now and moving forward with this. But you may be like working up the courage to sort of enter into this, to go up these steps. I will say this too, based off of what I'm seeing with the Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Wands, it feels like you've sort of thought about this as much as you can, and at this point it would just be redundant to continue doing that, or like it's not going to be helpful, it's not really going to get you any further to do that anymore. So it's time to just do this now. It's time to just take action with it, because sometimes we need to sit and think and reflect on something, but I'm getting that you've sort of done as much of that as is needed here, and anything after this is, you're not going to find it to be helpful for you through this process. It may actually be a bit regressive for you, so I'm seeing you be encouraged to just move forward now. Because movement is needed. But there can be fears about shifting things around. Of letting go. Okay. It looks like there's something emotionally that you may be releasing, potentially. So Four of Coins is generally about us like holding on to things and holding on very tightly as well, where sometimes we become a bit rigid, or like we're not even in a space to negotiate or compromise, or to listen to what we're being told, or to listen in to our intuition and our feelings and stuff like that, because we want to do it a specific way. And so it can be a bit like stubborn. And with this card and this person sort of moving around, you know, this energy gets stuck when we don't do something with it. So when we do that holding on, it's like we sort of freeze ourselves in that space. And so this feels like movement is definitely needed here. And that whatever was stuck before with this Nine of Swords, which feels like mental stuff, it's going to be released through this. And I'm getting that it's going to be cathartic emotionally for you as well. even feels like it may be reconnecting you emotionally in a way where you were feeling stuck before or stagnant. But again, like energetically, emotionally, it's like it could have been feeling like something was blocked or like you were out of touch emotionally or like not fully tuned in. And now this feels like a tuning in. Okay, this does look like a big release that's happening here. Because I'm seeing the cyclical nature of things. I'm getting your past being brought up here. Like historical things even. Yeah, having Six of Cups and then having Five of Cups. Six of Cups can be like the nostalgia that we're experiencing of even remembering like happy things or good things or just like stuff that we cherish, just our past experiences in general. And then Five of Cups can be like mourning that, like the perceived loss of that and going through grieving as well, too. So it feels like this thing that we may not be, potentially, we may not be holding on to any longer, but that we've been holding on to for a long time. Yeah, I am seeing that you're going to be moving forward. So Five of Cups, Six of Swords. So Six of Cups is over here. So this is like your past stuff. Then we have Five of Cups here, which if you look at this person on the card, you can see that they're crying. So this is like, but crying isn't just like I'm upset and I'm showing that. It's also that release that's happening too. And then we have Six of Swords on the other side of that, and that's actually going through that process of like dancing in the memories, doing the grieving process, whatever you want to label it as, and then this is the moving forward of things and like continuing with things. So not getting stuck there. But until this release happens, it's not going to allow you to move forward. It does feel like this is a really big thing. Like having the Nine of Swords can be sometimes like facing one of our biggest fears. Something that feels very scary to us or very intimidating. Very mentally taxing. Okay, so I am seeing that you're moving forward and I'm seeing so much potential, so much opportunity with the Ace of Wands in front of you. I'm also seeing the Star on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like starting with the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is when we're in a place that we know we're not meant to be anymore, and it's about continuing rather than just staying there. So there's an acknowledgement of it's like something doesn't fit anymore. And I feel like all of what's happening is that Nine of Swords is sort of like, I was scared that this would happen, or I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that this happened, and sort of like coming to terms with things. And then having the Queen of Wands is sort of like our take on things and what type of energy is going to be helpful for us to channel in order to move through this. And when you think of the Queen of Wands, you think of a very strong, resilient energy that's like, I'm going to find a way to get through this. Like you think about channeling that energy of fire. And then having the Knight of Cups here, it's about being honest and like truly expressing how we feel. And then having the Knight of Cups is about expressing how we feel. Then having the Knight of Wands here is about like going forward and actually doing that and trusting ourselves to do that. and to move forward. And then four of Pentacles feels like that, like I'm seeing where I'm stuck and I'm seeing what I need to release, what I need to let go of. And it can also be that moment of like self-assurance as well, of I'm recognizing that I feel scared right now. I'm recognizing that I feel anxious right now. I'm recognizing that I feel intimidated. I'm recognizing that this is challenging for me. And I'm seeing like where I'm caught up, where I'm stuck, where I'm still holding on, and how that may be blocking me. And then Queen of Cups, it feels like, again, this is like an emotional thing. Queen of Cups going into Six of Cups. So this can be things that we are very connected to, things that we're very tied to, things that we feel very, very nostalgic about. But that may not be that anymore. See, that's the thing. Eight of Cups is saying it doesn't feel like that any longer. And then Five of Cups is sort of that, like, I'm ready to accept that now, that it has changed, that it is different now. And then Six of Swords is that, like, I've acknowledged it and I've grieved that and now I'm moving forward. And then you move towards the Ace of Wands. So this is like the next opportunity that you move into, like the next cycle that you move into, the next door that you open, that you go through. Where you're going next, what's happening next. It's like the next season. And then having the Star on the bottom of the deck, it's about being hopeful and moving through this with optimism, or at least trying to, or trusting that it's going to work out, doing whatever it is that you need to move through this and get into the space to do the thing. And psychologically get into that space too. For some of you, this is gonna be leading to a conversation or something of the sort, communication and expression of some sort about where you are with things now that you've sort of worked through this, because it feels like you can more accurately represent that for yourself and speak from that place now. But there may have been like underpinnings energetically and emotionally. It's like before, if you tried to talk about this, because there were things that weren't processed through, you may have not been properly able to articulate those things. But where I'm seeing us come out on the end, it feels like you're all caught up. And so that's ready to take place then. All right, my friends, we're gonna leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.